Good morning from Palermo, where I have just heard that Mummy, Percy and Jerry are about to arrive downstairs and I'm not dressed yet. So bit of a panic at the start of the day. What is it about mothers? Is it all mothers? That they always somehow manage to arrive just before you're expecting them.
Welcome! Oh, I would love to show you the flat, but I don't have the key. Philip has it downstairs.
Well, we were too heavy, three of us.
It's been 2 stages. Apparently, it's too happy with all the luggage.
He's rescued us.
That looks very exciting.
Welcome to Palermo.
This is my espresso home.
Is this the accent that we're going to have to listen to for the entire holiday?
We have a spaghetti bolognese.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to apologise to all Italians.
You have the only working heating, so your room should be warm, hopefully.
So we have the parties here.
Yeah, this is where the party's going to be.
Lovely.
Oh, well, let's take Jerry to his room.
Give it to me. Delicious ice cream from my mummy.
All right, the neighbours, I'm sure, are delighted that we've arrived.
Thank you for the faith in me here. Who does this remind you of? That's a problem.
Oh no, he's being the Pope. That's it, I'm off. Help! Jerry's being the Pope on the balcony.
Should we send him some white smoke?
He's blessing the people below.
I gave them a blessing.
No.
Oh no, you have to see our room. We don't have a loo, but it's spectacular. Come and have a look.
We don't have heating here. Don't have anything at home either.
I thought it was a humble.
A humble abode, rustic. As
This
I
is
said, very
terrific.
rustic.
Things very impressive.
And
I think the parties were happening here. How could you in here?
I've been telling Philip every minute I go, oh no, but an apartment like this. Oh no, but this is lovely. Oh, now this. I could live here.
And I love that bit. Have you seen the fountain?
Yes. The apartment has one wine glass, which is being shared by Mummy and Percy, and the rest of us are having our nero double our wine. Cheers. Welcome. Cheers.
How do they say it in Italian?
Salute.
Sarah, cheers, and good health to you.
Again,
My bambino
all
is
Italians
a time to talk.
can't apologise enough. But believe me when I tell you it's harder for us than it is for you.
No, that doesn't.
You can see why Philip and I invited all of these lovely people on holiday with us. We have now got a washing team and a drying team. We are now out looking for cake, and Mummy has her very own umbrella walla.
Yes. Outside this wonderful land.
On our way to the pastry place in this quite miserable cold weather, which, and I'm quoting Apple weather, feels like 6 degrees.
But extra dark ice cream. Extra dark chocolate. Here we go.
Okay, let's carry on.
Well, we've come to a complete standstill because we've just walked into this little crossing, and it's reminding me so much of the crossing of the 4 fountains in Rome. It is spectacularly beautiful. Okay, well, I suppose we have to carry on to cake, but this is incredible. I just looked up the name of this square with the fountain. It's Piazza Pretoria. So you must be feeling especially at home here.
I thought it was a special attraction.
Yes. I've started reading the memoir Bitter Almonds, all about Sicilian pastries and desserts, so I'm desperate to try some. Apparently there's a place just around the corner here. I have brought you all to the old monastery of Santa Caterina. This was actually a nunnery.
The last nun left here just in 2014, and the reason that I've brought you here is to discover the secret and the history of Sicilian dessert, the little pastries, because throughout Sicily, nuns would help to supplement their income by making desserts from the incredible raw ingredients from the island. So almonds, figs, honey, manna, oranges and lemons, all these delicious raw ingredients that they have here. So they would make lots of pastries, and they would have a little grill onto the street with a little turntable. So people would put their money down on the little turntable, and the money would go in, and the pastries would come out on it. But since the 1980s, there's been a real worry that these recipes would be lost. Quite often they were only handed down orally, and nuns would guard the secrets of their own convent's recipes very, very fiercely. As the nunneries were dying off, fewer nuns were coming in, the last nuns themselves were dying. People were very worried that these desserts would die with them. I'm currently reading a wonderful book called Bitter Almonds, which is the memoir of a woman who in the 60s went to live in a nunnery. She was left there by her family, and she had to help the nuns making these extraordinary desserts. And it had a very happy ending because she left when she was 21, and she eventually opened her own pastry shop, which is very well known now in the town of Orice.
The convent of Santa Caterina is no longer a convent. It is now being restored back to its former glory.
And to aid in the restoration process, they've opened a cafe here called The Secret of the Cloisters. The secret, of course, being those secret recipes. So we can go in and we can taste some, and I can show you the beautiful cloister, which tells you how these nuns live behind those closed walls. This is that spectacular cloister. Up at the top is actually on the first floor, extraordinarily. So hidden behind those walls was a garden of enchantment.
The trees are laden with oranges.
And when we go into the cafe, you'll see that they have perfect marzipan fruits. And it's said that they originated in Sicily. We often see them around Christmas nowadays in all of Europe.
But they apparently come from the convent that was just across the street from this one, La Martorana.
Where the Mother Superior realised that the Archbishop was coming to stay. But it was midwinter and there were no beautiful fruits in the trees in their cloister. She wanted the Archbishop to see the place at its finest. So she said to the nuns, please turn all of the almond paste that we have into perfect fruits that we can hang from the trees to greet him. And it was such a wild success that the nuns continued to make them. They're especially associated with All Souls Day here in Sicily, so you'll always find them around the 1st of November and around Christmas. But nowadays you can find them all year round. Let's go in and see some of the pastries. I'm going to buy lots and lots, take them back to the apartment so that we can taste them.
Oh gosh, on the way, we can look down into the old laundry room. And my goodness, I thought the laundry room at Lalande could do with a bit of work, but you realise what hard work it must have been here, washing all those nuns' habits. And all along the outside walls of the cloister, and you can see that the cloister has actually been glassed in, but probably would have been open originally. There are individual little cells where someone could pray by themselves and get complete solitude and calm. In fact, actually it looks as though there's space for two to pray here. And there are little things like that all the way along. Tiny cells, how wonderful. My goodness, it's a whole other life. And now we're heading up these stairs, very narrow marble steps, to go and see what the glassed-in area at the top was that we could see when we were down in the cloister. Oh my, how beautiful it is up here. Oh my goodness, along here, it looks as though each person had their own little door onto a tiny terrace with their own little fountain. It's delightful.
It seems extraordinary now that children would just have been left with the nuns, unable to leave until they reached a majority at 21.
But seeing this, I have a better understanding of it, because however much the nuns inside the convent were struggling for funds, this must have appeared like huge wealth to poor families who simply couldn't afford to look after their children.
They must have felt that this was a place where their children wouldn't want for food and where they would be safe.
Now we're going up to the roof terrace, which should give us a beautiful view of Palermo. Oh, I wasn't expecting these paintings. Oh my goodness. The painted decoration is exquisite. Here is one of the statues of the Virgin Mary, I presume this one, that would have been paraded on saints' days. And a nativity scene. Well, that's fitting. Advent will be upon us in next to no time. And this is the church. The church is closed today, so we can't go into it. Oh, the nuns could have watched the services from up here. I've always looked up at these covered areas that the nuns would have watched from and wondered what it would be like to be up here, looking down. And now I know. What a beautiful church, even glimpsed through these bars. And the ceiling. Heavenly. Well, quite literally. And I don't know if you can see from here, but the grills go all the way around, so the services could have been looked upon by nuns from every angle. We're carrying on up, going still towards that roof terrace. I feel as though I've been climbing for a very long time, but I think this is the last flight of stairs. It wasn't. There's another one, and we're clearly climbing over the roof of the church now. This is extraordinary. Here. Oh, the floor. Look at that. The ages of this city, century layered upon century, architectural styles mingling, and I think we will go and visit that Norman church next before we eat our pastries. Around this side there's a spectacular dome, and there's the dome of the church that we were just looking into. It may be a faded grandeur, but my goodness, Palermo is entrancing. And on this side we can just see the sea.
What a city! On our way back down, I think we'll probably be able to look into the church from the other side. So there you have it, a sight that I never thought I would see. Quite literally, a nun's eye view of a church.
Oh, heaven. And now back through these wonderful arcades, past the views into the church, and down to actually get those delicious pastries so that we can taste history and the secrets that these nuns guarded so jealously. Right, well, we've heard about these pastries. Let's go and taste them. My goodness, there's a mass of people. All of the delicious cakes over there. I'm going to go and try and choose them and show you some on the way. Percy is very interested in what's happening here. These are the breasts of the Virgin, and I have ordered two. I felt you couldn't order them singly, so don't worry, we have that coming. But you can see the wonderful marble table that they're still using to create all of the delicious pastries. They're just making the cannolis in front of us. Oh, that was fast. Blink and you miss it. Oh, it does look good. Here are those wonderful Martorana fruits, and they look so realistic, especially the peaches. Aren't they jewel-like? They'll be perfect on the Christmas table. And I think these are filled with figs, and these little ones covered with pistachio, filled with cream, stuffed with chocolate, and we definitely can't leave without some of these for Percy. We had to come and visit the Church of San Cataldo in the heart of Palermo because its domes have become a symbol of the culture of this city, the multiculturalism that has existed here for thousands of years. It's a perfect example of Arab Norman architecture. In fact, this was commissioned as a private chapel, which was part of a huge palace, and it was built by the Chancellor of King William I. King William I was a Norman king because the Normans had taken over the island of Sicily, and they were only one of many, many nations to have colonized this island. I won't speak once we're inside. I will just let you experience it, because we are about to walk into a church that was built in 1154, which is nearly 1,000 years old, and it's as moving today as the first day that it was built.
Oh, it was so, yes, moving. inspirational, very, very touching your spirit. And there was no decoration, it was simply a block of stones. And yet it transmitted all those feeling of godliness. Imagine how many prayers were said in that church in so many years.
I can't get over this. I had no idea that Palermo would be like this. On the way home, we stopped for fresh pomegranate juice. Delicious.
We've got back to the flat. We have all of the pastries and we're all clustering around. I think though we're going to take these 3 back for Christmas at Lalande because obviously marzipan fruit's quite a big tradition for Christmas as well in Europe. And these are so beautiful. I mean, look at that peach. It's just perfection. These are the breasts of the Virgin. Yeah, that is genuinely what they are.
Was that what you were interested in?
Some of them look like they need attention.
Percy and I in the shop decided we couldn't buy just the one. It felt wrong somehow.
Has to come as a pair.
We got the pair. So I have no idea what's inside them. We'll have to discover it. And this is probably the most famous Sicilian pastry that Sicily has exported to the entire world. It is, of course, cannoli. Eaten all year round, but especially at Carnival here. And this one, Philip, I got because it was the only one I could see that definitively didn't have nuts. And that's the head of the Turk.
Oh, I thought you were going to go slightly different there. Change the last letter.
To a D. No, definitely a C. Definitely a C.
Okay. Not a K? Yeah, a K, darling.
And
I'm pretty sure Turk is a K.
And here it was with a C. Turco. It's Turco with a C here. So don't try and trick me up on what's going.
You can also have Stephanie.
I know the one you mean. The buttocks of the Chancellor.
It's all the body parts, isn't it?
Can I just say,
Not very appetizing.
It's Frankenstein.
it's the nuns who came up with these names. Yeah, the breasts of the Virgin, the buttocks of the Chancellor, and I didn't get the Triumph of Gluttony. I should have got the Triumph of Gluttony.
I think you did.
And these two are literally utter surprise, no idea, just pointed at various things.
shop?
Oh no, we can go back tomorrow and get a whole other plate. Like there's
Really?
totally different things. Let's just eat and see what we prefer. And Percy, you definitely have to do the honours with the Virgin's breasts.
Who would like what? So I'll have a cherry.
Philip's face behind the camera, I wish you could see.
He's taking the Virgin's cherry.
There's things inside. Oh, that looks good. Oh, it looks as though there's almost a little bit of lemon or something
It could be.
at the heart of it.
It does look like lemon,
Oh.
and it tastes like
This is for science, you see.
it tastes like heaven. Harry,
Heaven.
Heaven.
Hearing.
That's not appropriate.